Allow me to introduce myself.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. This video has been a long time coming. I've been trying to figure out what is the best way or how is the best way to share with you all my pens. Initially, I just wanted to share some of my favorite ones, but I did a Insta story vote and lots of people wanted to see everything, so we have a lot to go through today. So I'm just going to start off with some of my staples and I'm going to go through them by brands. Now I have a lot of stuff that's non-branded as well, or they're like really cheap unknown brands. I apologize in advance because I don't remember all of their names. As you can see, I do have a lot of pens. So one of the most common questions that I get is, what is a good starter pen, right? So let's start with that. There's so many brands that's out there, so it can get really overwhelming. I know there are really cheap ones from China as well, but my advice is, if you are going to take writing or journaling seriously or passionately, you should invest in a good pen, because you want something that lasts and not like a cheap pen that really affects your writing experience, right? So what I have here is a range of Lamy pens. I can't go through all of them because it will just take too much time, and also I do not have refills for some of them, but I still keep them because, well, they're sentimental. So I used to like red, and it was many years ago. So I started with 2 ballpoint pens and I really enjoyed them, so I got the fountain pens, and this is the Lamy Dialogue, which has this amazing twist lock mechanism. I don't know whether you can see it. Let me adjust. Yeah, so it's a fountain pen, but it's twist lock, which is really quite unique because most pens are like cap. This is a fancier one. I do not recommend you to go straight into something a little bit complicated, because they do need a lot of work and maintenance to make sure that they are kept properly. And hold on, it's so overexposed. It's the morning sun. Anyway, yeah, so what I do recommend though are their Lamy, I think it's called Lamy X. Yeah, Lamy X. So this is the latest one that I got. It's the lovely maroon. Why is it overexposed? Okay. Oh gosh. So this is the lovely maroon, and it writes really beautifully. It's really smooth. And what I like about it is that it has like a range of nibs to choose from. So this one is a fine, and usually you'll be able to find the type of nib on the nib itself. Okay, so yeah, so to start off with, I do recommend Lamy X fountain pens. They are relatively reasonably priced and they have really good quality. It's a really credible, renowned brand, so I would go with a Lamy to begin with. And from the Lamy, I upgraded sort of to Kaweco pens. Kaweco is a Japanese pen brand, and they're well known for some of their brass pens. So these are like some of my first brass pens, and this is a broad nib. Again, very smooth. Slightly more expensive, I reckon, from Lamy, but if you want to invest in something a little bit more unique, I would say Kaweco is a good choice as well. They do have other pens like these ones, where it's like plastic, a little bit plasticky, but that helps with the pricing as well, a little bit more affordable. I've stopped using this altogether because, well, number one, it's too light for me. I'm very used to like heavier weighted pens like brass pens, and you know, some of my Monteverde and Conklin, which I will go through in a bit. So I find this one a little bit too light, and it's almost like a toy. But again, if you're starting out and you want to try out a fountain pen that won't like kill your budget and it's too complicated to maintain, then Kaweco is a good choice as well. Okay. So what else do we have here? Okay, there's a few reasons why I recommend online Germany pens. So the reason why is number one, affordability, number two, the writing experience, and number three, the design. So these are some of the ones that I have, and you'll be interested to know that each of these pen comes with interchangeable nibs. So it has it's a 0.8, 1.2 I think, and a 1.4 if I'm not mistaken. Please don't take my words for it. I will link them in the caption. So these are some of the nibs that come. So each pen will come with 2 extra nibs that you can interchange. This is the example, and I keep it inside this little toothpick holder. But yeah, it comes in a little box and also a ink, online Germany brown ink. So it's a great starter kit. You don't have to worry so much about which nib to try. You can just try all of them because it comes with 3 different sizes, right? So one of the reasons why I like writing with it is because I love stub nibs, and stub nibs are basically like broad and flat. So it's like calligraphy nibs that you can really control. Like, sorry, I think it's running out of ink. Yeah, but you can really control the width and the lines, and it's really nice for calligraphy. So it's slightly different from your usual like fountain pens. And you have like different materials as well. So this is the cork fountain pen. I really love the cork. Sorry, cork, right? I really love the cork because it ages beautifully. It used to be really like light, and over time it has like gotten darker, and I really like the look of it. And in some ways I feel like it's molded to my hands. And they have like bamboo, wood, and these are the more premium versions, the wood ones. And again, it's just beautiful to write with. This version, this wooden pen, online Germany wooden pen, comes with not just 2 nibs but 2 full pens as well. So if you want to go out with a different nib, you can interchange, or you can just cap whichever pen you want to use and get out the door. So these are really good value for money, really good quality as well. If you like this kind of like, can you see it? If you like this kind of nibs, I'm gonna bring it closer a little bit. Yeah, then these pens are for you. I love, love, love online Germany pens. Just gonna put it back. Okay. So, wow, lots of pens. I'm like drowning here. Ystudio brass pens, not the most affordable. It can get really pricey. It's like a luxury fountain pen kind of thing, but it's beautiful to write with. I think they're from Taiwan if I'm not mistaken. Ystudio, or is it Japan? Again, do not take my words for it because I have so many pens. I lose track of their names and whatnot. So ballpoint pen, if you're a big fan of ballpoint pens, Ystudio's ballpoint pen is really good as well. And I just, in general, I like the look of it. So I have this, and of course then we have the lesser known but pretty brands like FerrisWheelPress. It's really beautiful writing instruments, and just like the look of it. So, it's very kind of like daintier, more feminine. Even the strokes, the way it's shaped, is like supposed to be like a brush pen. And yeah, it comes in various colors. I think that the other one is like a blue, turquoise blue, but this is the white and yellow. I recently discovered this Taiwanese brand called Laban. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love Laban pens. First of all, they have a really nice regal, classic, antique look. So these are all Labans. Okay. I forgot their names, but look how pretty they are. So these are the more antique looking ones. I think this is the antique version 1, antique version 2. Beautiful, distressed brass, silver, copper kind of look. And these are the more premium ones. This is my favorite. I think this is the Cambridge Gold Knit Flex. Oh my gosh, if you like really nice flexy, like soft knits that you can kind of press down and create line variations, this is a beautiful pen. So we'll put here. Look at the line variations. It's like you can control it from thick to thin, and it's just in general it looks beautiful. So I really like this. This is my favorite Laban pen. This is another of their staple. It's not a flexi knit, but it still writes really well. I believe this is like a medium. Look how beautiful the strokes are. Smooth, buttery, smooth. Love it. And then you have pens like these. This is the antique fine knit, I think, yeah. So this is Laban antique fine knit. Nice weight, nice finishing. This is my first Laban. What attracted to me was really just the body of it. And I believe this is a broad knit. Yeah, so here we go. This is the broad knit pen. And it's broad enough that you can see some shading. It's really nice. I'm going to show you some a little bit more unique pens. So this was a gift. This is a vintage stipula. I know it's a gift. Can you imagine someone gifted this to me? And it was just like the second time I met him. And he gave it to me because he said that, you know, based on my writing style, this pen would suit me most. Look at the gorgeous brass or copper knit, I don't know, but this is a really unique color. Usually it's like white or black, but this is a really nice vintage color. And so basically this is a flex knit as well. You can see how when you press down you create that line variation. So I really love this pen and I'm so grateful. You can't even get it nowadays. It's like a really vintage piece. What else? I have my first Franklin Christoph. This is from Gallon Leather. Really sweet. He sent it to me. Just have like screwed it on too tight. Yeah. So this is from Gallon Leather. It's called a Franklin Christoph. It was a gift, and it is really nice to write with as well. Nice grip hold. I'm just gonna write here. So So the thing with pens is that if you don't use it for a while and it's just lying flat or standing up somewhere, the ink will kind of dry up on the nib, and you have to really just do some test strokes before you start writing. Yeah, so there you go. This is a really nice pen. Thank you so much, Gala Letter. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, I have little mini ballpoint pens. I don't use them as much, but mostly when I travel. So this is from Traveler's Notebook, and I have their special edition one. So this is with collaboration with Ace Hotel, and this is a collaboration with Prada. And basically, I use this mostly for like filling out forms like passport, what you call it? No, immigration forms. Yeah, when I travel, because as much as I enjoy using my fountain pen, it tends to be a bit messy when you're trying to fill out like your full name in like a little box. So yeah, I use this one. So this fairly inexpensive if you get the non-collaboration ones. Pen that I really like using but fairly unknown is called Monograph. This is the fine nib, and I use this a lot actually. This is really, I think this is extra fine. So I use it for various reasons. One is I really like the nib. I don't have many fine pens. I usually go for like much broader nibs. So this is nice to use. It's small, it's compact. I also like the distressed look. Although with brass you really do need to keep cleaning them. It can be a pain, but the payoff is really good when you get something shiny like this, right? Speaking of which, this was also a gift from Gala Leather, and this one as well. This is a Taiwanese brand called Fine Writing, and it does write pretty fine. Okay. I think I'm rambling on a little bit too much. I'm going to speed it up a bit. This pen, no idea. It's a fine nib. I forgot. I will tag, I will mention. And I don't usually have colorful pens, so this is one of the most colorful ones I have, and I haven't used it properly, but it writes quite well. See? So when it comes to like, questions like what pen should I use, what do you recommend, I can recommend you different type of pens, but at the end of the day it's trial and error, so you just have to try something and discover your likes and dislikes, you know. Like, okay, so another good pen to try out is the TWSBI Eco pen range. A lot more affordable. They write really well. The barrel is like huge because it doesn't use a normal converter. Basically, you just put it in and you twist and it kind of pulls up. And so this lasts so long. It's really great for travel. Okay, so TWSBI. I think it's from Taiwan as well. And they have really nice, fine, extra fine nibs. Okay, what else? Then we have unknown China brands. These are all from China. Yeah, these are all from China. And they write well. The quality is not very consistent. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you get a good one. If you're unlucky, you get a shit one, you know. So, yeah, these are all empty I did not refill it because I don't really use them as much anymore. I bought it because I was curious. For example, like this one, I think it's called One Chai. This is interesting. It's actually double barrel, so you can have two different nibs and two different inks. Really great for traveling, but the quality leaves little to be desired. It's a nice concept, but it doesn't write as well as I hoped it would. Ink flow is a bit choppy. It's not as smooth. Look at that. Yeah, see, it's not smooth. So pity. I hope a brand will come out with a similar concept with much better quality nibs. Okay, so I'm really excited to share one of the pens that I recently discovered. It's called the Monteverde and Rollerball pen. So what makes this really unique is, unlike most ballpoint pens, and I've featured this before, but I really want to like emphasize on this. It has a fountain pen converter inside, so you can pair it with basically any non-glitter inks, non-glitter fountain pen inks, and it writes really well. So I'm gonna write here Monteverde. Beautiful. I really love this pen, so highly recommend it if you're into ballpoint pens and you have like a penchant for hoarding your inks. This is a great pen. Okay, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to emphasize on Monteverde and Conklin pens. So I'm just gonna like shift some things around to make space. Okay, I'm a little bit anal like that, like everything needs to be even and straight. So I'm gonna start. This is basically it. Let's start with the Conklin pens and then we move it to the Monteverde. This is a Conklin Crescent and I have a few of these. So they're basically the same kind of pen but in different bodies and different nibs. And the reason why I love these pens, and I wouldn't recommend this as your starter pen because it's a little bit more complicated in the sense that the refill mechanism is like a vacuum. And the best way to demonstrate it is to show this transparent version. So basically there's this twist lock mechanism here. Maybe I come closer to the video camera. Okay, so yeah, there's a twist lock mechanism and there's a kind of like a dip where you can press, it goes all the way down. So to refill, you have to immerse the nib into your ink, press it down, and there's this sac in here. Press it down, the air goes out and then it sucks in all the ink, and you have to do it repeatedly. And the frustrating thing is every time you press it down, the ink will come out again, so you kind of have to like tap it and make sure the ink flows to the bottom, and then you repeat the process until you fill it up as much as you can. And then once you're done, twist it back to lock it so that when you press it down, it doesn't move the sack of ink inside and spill all over the place. So yeah, this is just a really nice pen to have. Eventually, when you get used to writing and when you know your likes and dislikes, you can invest in a nice pen like this. So it's a Conklin. Look at how beautiful it writes. Conklin Crescent Mark Twain Fountain pen. Really, really a joy to write with. This is a stub nib, I think. Yeah, this is stub. So I'm gonna write just one word. Look at that broad stroke. Seamless ink flow. Beautiful. beautiful. And this is also a stub. Oops, a little bit of leakage. And I think this is out of ink. Oopsies. And this one is the cream version and it is in fine. Some of my favorite pens. I love traveling with them. But if you do travel with pens like these, you have to bring like a barrel of ink to refill because it finishes quite fast. Because as you can see, the sack, it doesn't hold that much ink, and for someone like me that writes a lot, I just need to make sure that it's constantly being refilled. Okay, now we go into the Monteverde pens. So these are all American branded pens, and this is the all American pen, and it has a flex nib. So this is a, and basically when they say what, like, basically when people say flex, it just means that it bends and it can, it's like the nib is soft so that you can make, like as I said just now, line variations. So something like that. If you love that kind of like calligraphy writing, then this is the pen for you. Very similar to the Laban flex nib pen, and honestly between the two, this Laban flex nib pen flexes a lot more, but maybe for some people might flex too much. This is the normal type of flex, I would say. Sorry, I'm just like jumping all over the place because my train of thought is everywhere. But when you consider fountain pens, you need to consider, I would say, 5 things. Okay? One is the cost. Number 2 is the aesthetic. No, in no particular order, yeah. Cost, aesthetic, the body. So not just the way it looks, but the way it feels and the way it holds in your hand. You know, if you have small hands, avoid like big fat pens, and if you have big pens, avoid skinny little pens. Yeah. And for the 4th is the nib. So important. It really depends on your writing pattern. Maybe you are more suited to like a broad nib or like a fine nib. So that's something you need to consider. Yeah, I think that's it. 4 things, not 5. Oh yeah, so this is a Monteverde Regatta. Ink flow is not flowing so well because it's been lying on its back. So I'm gonna write it again. Yeah, there you go. So sometimes you just need to do some test strokes and let the ink flow properly. So yeah, that's the Monteverde Regatta. Beautiful rose gold finish, and what a fitting name, Regatta. It is super regal. Okay, now we have a Conklin Duraflex, which flexes but not as much as the previous pen. So this one, still nice line variations but not as pronounced, but really nice to write with. So Monteverde and Conklin pens are gorgeous. This one is Invincia, Monteverde Invincia. Beautiful, nice weight pens. I really love the rose gold and black pairing, just like the Regatta. Gorgeous. So yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for joining me. I really hope that you found this video helpful. So again, I'll just recap. good starter pens, Lamy, TWSBI, Kaweco fountain pens. These are the 3 ones that I recommend in terms of affordability, durability, and quality. If you want something a little bit more unique, these pens, the Conklin crescent pens, really nice, very unique. If you like heavyweight pens, the Regatta and the Invincia, really nice full weight pens. And of course, really enjoy using my Laban pens. If you like something a bit antique-y but polished, a little bit more regal, nice flex knit, this is the pen for you from Laban. If you like calligraphy pens, this is definitely for you. Especially, like I said before, it comes in 3 different interchangeable nibs. So basically you're buying 1 pen, but you get 3 pens, right? And you get also a bottle of ink. So it's a really good value for money, very durable. I've been using it for years now, and a joy to write with. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to shoot me your questions in the caption below. I know this is a really long video. I hope I managed to put in as much information as possible to help you pick your next pen. Thank you so much and happy journaling. Bye!